Reef DVM's coming at you. We got one of these Seidel portable transport racks and a scale for our goats that we want to talk about today. Some people have been asking me, about some of the equipment we've used, and sometimes they've seen a few things here and there and kind of the corners and side shots of our videos. The scale has showed up, so thought I'd put out the, kind of the review on the scale and how we put it in. We've had the scale now for about 6 months, and it works absolutely fantastic. Took a part of our barn. It has a real kind of gravel floor area to it. It's been compacted down for years. We drive on it with our carts and stuff in this area. And I bought some big concrete, basically like step pavers from our local Menards. It's still pretty cold here this time of year, but the ground is workable. So I took the pavers and I basically leveled the gravel the best I could and then dropped 3 of them down and just made a really nice hard surface for the scale to function on. I wanted to make sure that I could get it in a situation where if I wanted to move the scale, I could. And this particular scale that I bought, goes up to I think it's like 500 pounds and, it's battery operated. Now you can get these that plug into the wall too, don't get me wrong. But I went with just a battery operated one. It was easy for me and it allows me to move it if I don't like its location. Now, we have scales on the farm that go all the way up to several thousand pounds for when we're hanging meat and beef cattle and stuff when we're in the butchering process. But this scale is more for live weight. And in particular, I use this scale for the goats. The goats on the farm need to come in and get weighed when they come into the farm. They certainly need to be weighed for health reasons, even pregnancy reasons. So for me, a scale like this is pretty essential. It's also been quite a nice scale for weighing kids and quite a few other pieces of equipment, even sometimes pails of feed and grain. I absolutely love it for that too. Got a nice rubber mat that came on this one, and assembly is pretty easy. You plug a cord into the bottom of it. I actually kind of dug the cord under the ground here a little bit, came up the back side of the rail, and then mounted it. It's been a good scale for me, like I said. It's gotten all the way down to 35 below here, and since it's battery operated, it still runs. The liquid crystal screen on it's a little slower. So typically what happens is when we go out and get a goat or two, the minute we hit the farm, we're going to take it out of the Seidel portable transport rack, and then we're going to bring it to the scale and get it weighed right away before we put it into basically one of our little goat barns that we use for more like a quarantine area. And this scale, like I said, has worked well. And I'm going to show you that Seidel portable transport rack too. That's been another great tool. It fits in the back of pickup beds, which is awesome. And it does come with a cover that you can get on the top of it. Particularly this time of year, it's pretty darn cold out, folks. And it's wet and it's rainy sometimes. And sometimes it's just flat out snowing and blowing. So I actually put it in a covered trailer. I'll show you that in a bit. But here's the scale. It's all set up. So I'm going to kind of, just have my kid here step on it and test it out so I can show it to you how it works. But basically what I'm going to do then is we're going to switch gears and we're going to go show you the transport rack. And then when I get the goats back in, I'll shoot some more video and you can see the video of us, putting the goats on the scale and so forth. So this is one of my daughters, Julia. She's just kind of standing on it for weight purposes. And if she turns around here, there you go. She can see her own weight. It's pretty accurate. All right, coming at you here, we've got the portable transport rack that you can buy from Seidel. They're a great South Dakota company that builds this. I've got it strapped down in 4 corners inside my cargo utility trailer. I've already made a video on this trailer. It works great. I throw some straw in it. It's got a sliding door. This thing would work great for transporting numerous animals. For goats, it's perfect. So here it is. It's a winter morning. I got the truck all set, and I got the trailer there. Again, you could put this right in the back of the Ford F-350 there and go get your goats. But I don't like the wind and the cold on them for 2-3 hours. So here I am back in the farm. We just arrived back from a couple-hour drive. I think it was about 3 hours with these goats back here. Left the lights on inside for them so they had some light. And they look great. They're quite comfortable. They're not upset. This transport rack is 5 pieces, And you can see the black there on the corner of that top piece. You know, it came damaged from the shippers. Don't worry about that. Seidel, you know, Steve at Seidel, shout out to him. He's replacing it and getting me a new galvanized piece. I got full confidence that another one's coming soon. It takes a couple months to get that replaced, but it is coming, and I'm real appreciative to their customer service. This has been a fantastic, you know, transport cage. This is one of my daughters. She's got, I'm not sure which goat this is here. Let me see if I can. This is a little buckling, named Flash. Hopefully this will be a nice addition to the herd. We're just gonna tease him here with some corn. He's not used to leash walking yet. He's probably born the end of January, so he's only a couple months old. Look how big he is already, though, for this age. This is what you want when you get a nice big boar goat. So he's a registered goat here for us, and he's hopefully gonna do the farm proud in about, well, shucks, he'll probably start breeding for us next summer. I'm not real interested in using them when they're real young. So right now we're just going to take him in here, and I'm going to go around the corner with these guys, and we're going to put him on the scale and we see what he weighs. Hopefully he's in that good 40-pound mark. That's where I'd really like him to be. But this is what we use the scale for, folks. I love weighing my feed buckets and my grain amounts. I like getting them on the scale. You can see now it's still got the black cover on it. It's just dusty and dirty because we've used it, again, but the scale's holding up great, even in the cold weather. So we're just going to kind of coax him on here, or maybe we'll just have to pick him up. He's just a little nervous. You know, some of these animals don't like stepping up onto a scale. You can certainly put the scale closer into the ground. You could have sunk the pavers more. I didn't for sake of ease. There he goes. He's getting up there now. Head away, Anna. Let's get him up there. Let's see what he weighs. There we go. My camera doesn't always do justice here on the screen. Looks like he's about 40. He's moving about 40 pounds. That is a nice little boar buck. Here we are. Got a little area here of some nice little does and wethers. Just kind of a parting shot. We're inside one of the goat quarantine barns. I really should put out a video on this little barn too. You can see some more Seidel, you know, paddock metal in here. These goats are just awesome. Appreciate you watching, folks. Please like or subscribe to our video. It really helps us on the homestead to determine which videos you like best, and we'll create more like that. Hope you enjoyed the video.